you described there was my son. It's me, it's the fear, it's me that's feel the emotion.
What you described there with your son was...
It's my boy.
Your boy is what? Can you just... He's very...
It's like that. It's got those two. One is... And the other one, he hears voices.
So he's schizophrenic and
the other one is manic depression.
Manic depressive.
Yes.
Okay, yep. So your son is being very influenced by spirits.
Yes,
yep.
And he can't sleep at night.
No, he won't be able to do anything, and that's why...
And he comes to me, he says, I'm going mad because I can't sleep. And so it's me, I have to do it.
Well, not just that. I would also spend some time explaining to him what's actually going on for him. That these are actually spirits he can talk to. These are people he can talk to, just like we are people you can talk to. What would you do if someone was bothering you here on Earth? You would say to them, look, you wouldn't you talk to them and start, like, I don't know, I've just about had enough of this. You don't even let me sleep. Can we at least make a deal that you let me sleep? And, you can at least speak to them about different things. But if you know that it's the soul, that you know that there's a soul transaction going on, and that is that there's an emotion in you, or in his case, there is an emotion in him that causes the attraction between him and the spirits, then he will start understanding, well, I need to deal with that emotion if I want to have relief.
But you see, he goes in charismatic church, so it's dealing with the devil, so I don't think how can I get through that? How can I?
It's very interesting, isn't it, that he goes to a charismatic church.
My two girls, that they would say, your mother's gone mad.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We're attacking the devil, go away from it. So I can't, what do? I got my two girls that, and don't think like me.
All you can do is speak the truth. And let it trigger you emotionally, and let it trigger whoever it triggers emotionally too. You're afraid of speaking the truth because you're afraid of how bad it might get. And just allow yourself to speak the truth and trust God that things will get better that way. Because at the moment you're avoiding speaking the truth about these matters, truths that you know, and what happens is that avoidance of the truth just allows the situation to continue as it is. You're right, they're not probably going to listen, but that's part of the process you need to emotionally go through as well. Like, why am I avoiding speaking the truth just because somebody won't listen? Do you follow me?
Yeah, I think that's for years when I was children, I think mom doesn't know what to talk about.
Yeah, well, a lot of children feel that way, don't they, about their parents? Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. And they're heavily religious, so that
yes.
modifies their feelings, yeah. All you can do is, as you say, all you can do is change yourself. You can't change somebody else in the end. You can only change yourself. So what is your response to it? How do you feel inside of you when your son's going through all these terrible experiences, and yet you know the answer, and yet you know that he won't listen to the answer?
I feel responsible.
So why do you feel responsible?
Because I didn't see the sign. I didn't understand him for many years.
Yeah.
Until all this. Didn't understand.
Yeah.
So I feel like responsible that I did not understand my boy.
So go deeper than that. Why do you need to be responsible about understanding your boy? Now you're starting to connect with what it's about. And that's the emotion. What you're feeling now is what you need to let yourself feel. Does that make sense? Just feel this. Let yourself feel this. It's okay to feel this. It's a bad mother emotion, a feeling that I'm a bad mother and I'm a bad person because I didn't understand. And let yourself feel those emotions. Yeah. And that's the emotion that's being triggered in you. And it's often when we're parents, we are so focused on trying to help our children that we forget the reason why we feel so focused about helping our children. And the reason is because we feel like we've been such a failure as a parent that we now have to make it better. Right? And so we need to feel that emotion. Does that make sense? We need to feel that emotion inside of us and allow ourselves to release that emotion, because that emotion in itself being released will change the dynamic between ourselves and our children. Right? Does that make sense to everyone about the parent thing? So this emotion is the emotion you really need to you're going to need to cry a bit more about it than just here. You're going to need to let yourself really tune into that emotion and feel that. And it's related to your own childhood where you were told that you are responsible for other people's emotions. It's related to your childhood and what you were taught to do as a child. Almost all of you as children were taught that you're responsible for your parents' emotions. And it's a major emotion that you'll need to release at some point. Yeah.